Today we are making baked Jersey Royals potato wedges with cheese and chorizo. And for more simple recipes like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. For this recipe, I'm using 1 kilogram of local skin-on Jersey Royals. Now being towards the end of the season are slightly bigger and easier to chop. You don't necessarily have to go for Jersey Royals, you can definitely consider Maurice Piper variety or King Edwards. Using a sharp paring knife, cut the potatoes into wedges, and it'll all depend how big they are. Some of them you'll cut them in 4, or in 6, or in 8, just try to get them a similar size so they cook in the same time. But if you can't cut them in similar sizes, don't even worry, because you're gonna get different textures after cooking, and that kind of works well when it comes to food. Once you cut the potatoes into wedges, give them another wash, and after that transfer them into a pot. Cover the potatoes with no more than ½ inch of cold water. It's not really point adding more than that, since the cooking time is gonna be 5 minutes from when it starts boiling. To the pot also add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This will keep the potatoes during cooking nice and firm, and obviously salt, about 1 tablespoon. Put a lid on, and as mentioned earlier, cook this for about 5 minutes from when they start boiling, and meanwhile preheat your oven at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit, and after about 5 minutes of cooking your potatoes should be done. Obviously if you cut them bigger, just give them a few more minutes, just make sure that you don't turn them into potatoes for mash. After getting rid of that water, I tend to leave them for 3-4 minutes so the steam evaporates slightly. It just feels like it works better when it comes to baking. From here on it's kind of freestyle, you can add the spices, all the seasoning that you like, but I'm going with 1 tablespoon of Cajun spice. I know it's kind of a lot, but I like that spicy flavor. A good teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 of freshly grounded black pepper. Go ahead with 3 tablespoons of veg oil, and don't forget the garlic. Here I'm adding ½ tablespoons of garlic powder, but you can definitely go with fresh. You'll just need about 4 cloves of crushed garlic. Now mix everything together, making sure that the potatoes are well covered in the seasoning that we've added. Now transfer everything into a tray, covered with baking paper. You want to make sure that the tray is big enough so you can fit the potatoes in one layer, otherwise they're not gonna cook properly. Meanwhile, we're gonna prepare some chorizo until the potatoes are ready. We're gonna be slicing it, nothing complicated, and this is gonna go on top of the potatoes. You don't need to slice it too thin because this is gonna get cooked into the oven, so it's gonna lose some of that thickness anyway. Now that our wedges are nice and golden in color, we get them out the oven and we're gonna get some cheese on top. You can go with mozzarella or with normal cheddar or even a combination of both. It's totally up to you. Once you got a nice layer of grated cheese, follow with the sliced chorizo. It's like making a pizza. The tray will go back into the oven for about 5 minutes, and after that, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check my other 3 ways of cooking Jersey Royals, the recipe that's on the screen right now. I'll see you in the next one.